For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're headed to the Charlotte area for the son of a former NFL star. It's easy to fall in love with football when your father has a legendary NFL career. Thomas Davis Jr. certainly did. Thomas Davis Sr. spent 16 seasons in the league, 14 of them with the Carolina Panthers. He was a three-time Pro Bowler and was also the 2014 Walter Payton Man of the Year. His son, also known as TJ, grew up in awe of what his father was doing.
Yeah, it was cool. The younger part of it, I don't remember as much, but I think starting in 2013, around that time is when I really started understanding, like, yeah, he's playing in the NFL, he's playing football. So I think that time, he stopped playing in 2020, so I got to see him play all 7 of those years. It was really cool.
TJ, of course, didn't have to play football if he didn't want to, but those early days in NFL locker rooms grabbed his attention and never let go.
I love football. Obviously, being around it growing up influenced that, so seeing him, just consistently being around guys like him and Luke Kuechly and Cam Newton, you see them, you kind of want to be like them, so that was definitely big for me.
TJ is now a 4-star linebacker at Weddington High School. Head coach Andy Capone knew all about TJ when he was coming up. He's been impressed as he's followed TJ's development.
You look at him as an 8th grader, as a freshman, he's just a tall, long, dangly kid, and he's really just gotten in the weight room and gotten after it and continued to develop, physically, but also mentally. And, for him, I think he just has a knack of finding the ball and making big plays in the biggest moments, just always making plays and has a knack for the ball. But I think his football intelligence has always been there just because I think it's just in his blood. But you can see he continued to grow. But I think just looking at how his body transformed has been a huge thing, as well as his leadership.
The strength that TJ gets from his family doesn't stop with his father. His cousins Andrew and Aiden Harris moved to Charlotte before they started high school so they could team up with TJ at Weddington. Together, these three combined to form one of the most impressive defensive trios in the nation.
They're tough, they're dogs. There's times on the field when stuff goes wrong and, maybe we don't do what we're supposed to do on defense, and they just fix it just off the kind of football players they are.
They're incredible. All three of them at times can be exhausting to coach, especially when they're together, but they're just extreme athletes, huge playmakers, especially as D linemen, for them to play as hard as they do every single play, because a lot of people take plays off and they never do. It looks scary. As an offensive guy in practice, I don't like it, but I'd rather deal with it Monday through Thursday than on Fridays.
TJ is a different player from everyone else, like from him playing to him just being on and off the field. TJ know how to lead. TJ know how to be there for his teammates when needed.
While his cousins are headed to the University of South Carolina next season, TJ is going a little farther from home as he's committed to the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
I really just felt like I could see myself, developing and growing there, and my relationship with Coach Freeman, Coach Ash, the defensive coordinator, linebacker coach, Coach Bullo, it just felt like the spot where I could really develop at.
While he'll miss being teammates with his cousins, TJ is excited about the potential for all of them to chase their long-term goals and make names for themselves.
A lot of people ask about that and think it might, be a bad thing, but I really just look at it as a blessing because we all got to the point where we wanted to be and one step closer to our ultimate goal, so it's just a blessing for sure. I'm just ready to kind of prove myself for who I am.